Hi YouTube, I'm Ross Magas. This is Not Real Life. And welcome back. And today I want to talk about something I haven't talked about in a while, and that is a movie. And it's probably no surprise to you that I'm talking about this movie. And of course, you clicked on this video, so you know we're talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie. And figured we just give some thoughts here and see how we feel. Gauge how all you feel out there, and get right to it. So first off, I do want to say is I've actually seen this movie twice now, and I really think you should go out and watch it if you haven't seen it yet. This is probably the best video game movie I've seen. The Sonic movies were really good, but this is more true to the game than it is true to, I guess, what you would expect from a movie. It's hard to say. There's a real simple elegance to the Mario movie and its simplicity, and it is quite honestly what you would probably expect if we look at the story beat per beat. You know, Mario discovers the... Okay, we won't go into real spoilers, but I don't really think this is a spoiler because this is in the trailers. He goes to the Mushroom Kingdom, finds that he has to do some stuff, helps out people out, and gets into an altercation with Bowser at the end. I mean, were you surprised that that's the story? But that's what it is. And actually, to its benefit, this was pretty brilliant, I think, on the part of Nintendo for really keeping a close lid on what's going on. Illumination really knocked it out of the park in working with Nintendo here. The movie, I'm sure you've seen the trailers, looks amazing. It's visually stunning. I mean, what else can you really say about it? And the humor I found really great. And honestly, this is the kind of movie, it's really going to reward you for having known a lot about the Mario franchise. If you don't know anything about the Mario franchise, doesn't mean you can't enjoy this. This is definitely a family-friendly movie. I saw it with my son, and he loves it. I think this is probably the first movie he's going to remember and saying, like, oh, I love this movie. And, like, as an example of what you can look forward to, and these aren't like things that affect the storyline, but you should look out for some such things. I mean, some of them are really obvious, like there's a Kid Icarus section there where in the movie where they literally just show the game, but look out for cameos from Star Fox, not Captain Falcon, I was gonna say Captain Falcon, F-Zero, you know, the other Mario games, like all the little Easter eggs and little snippets here and there really benefit you if you've watched or grew up playing Mario. Like, you know, you'll recognize the musical cues, you'll recognize some of the locations and a lot of things, and it's a good time overall. And some of you were probably thinking about, well, how did Chris Pratt do as this? I remember there was some controversy over it. Now that if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But now that I've watched it, honestly, it's kind of funny to think about like how there was like such a big deal about it, but like he freaking nailed it. He didn't sound too much. He didn't sound too crazy. It sounded perfect. There's actually a lot of what makes Mario in this, even though Mario doesn't talk this much normally, and Chris Pratt did an excellent job. And that's not to say that nobody else did an excellent job. Everybody that I recall from the main cast, and even some people I recognized from the side characters, who they all did excellent work. Personally, I think the standout performance, the runaway, he took over the whole show, has got to be Jack Black as Bowser. I know people were making jokes about it and stuff like that too, because, you know, thinking like Tenacious D, but like his history with Tenacious D actually really lent itself, I think, to this performance. And I'm sure you've seen the music video that's going around now. Like, in hindsight, it's funny to think that, like, oh yeah, they hired Jack Black. Of course he's gonna sing at some point. You know, like why would you like miss out on this opportunity? But it's not so obvious until you see it. So that song has become like, I love that song. I've been listening to it a whole bunch now, and Keegan-Michael Key was amazing as Toad, and Anya Taylor-Joy, I believe that's her name. I'm not super familiar with her work, but she killed it as Princess Peach too. And she didn't sound really crazy. She didn't sound really condescending. I think she actually was really good casting. So there isn't really a lot to say about it. And Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, I thought was going to be a little bit weird, but hearing it in person, seeing all the scenes, seeing how he behaves and interacts with other people, that really worked for me, and I think they actually made a good choice. So even though I didn't expect Donkey Kong to be like all the time, it works for him, and Seth Rogen made it work, and I really enjoyed seeing the scenes that are really famous now and that have been memed to death. But don't worry, I'm not going to go into any super spoilers here, but this is definitely I would say this is a watch at least once, and I say at least once because I watched it twice already, and so I had a really great time. It was really interesting to see how lore-wise things were presented in this format, because they present a lot of things that you see in the games all the time. You don't really think about them, and they just presented you basically the same way. So I really appreciated that, and that the movie had a very classic kind of hero's journey for Mario. It's not that, I won't spoil it. So Mario had a nice little arc, and he was rewarded in the end for the way he pursued his, I won't say agenda. It feels like the right word. The way he pursued his agenda, the way he held himself, and what he's all about. It was ultimately rewarding, and actually I really appreciated it as a family flick, as a parent, that the message that was providing to, say, my son. That's an excellent message, I think, for children and parents. I feel like you'll be appreciative too if you have kids, especially younger kids, to see a movie where the message of that Mario's conveying to your children is, pretty positive. So I'm not sure if you want to give this movie a star rating or out of 10 or whatever, but it's definitely a go watch it. Okay. I've already seen it twice, so I may watch it another time, but I don't know if I will. So ultimately, you have to know who you are, though. And if you don't like Mario at all, maybe you don't understand Mario, you don't understand the games, you don't like the music. I don't know how you could, but I'm sure someone out there doesn't. If you just don't like this world, this is probably not for you. If you feel like your movie adaptations need to be dark and gritty, and Mario's gotta say they killed Luigi, it's not that movie. Okay, so just know what you're getting into. If you got a good handle on yourself, you'll know if you will enjoy this movie or not. And actually, I do want to shout out some of the treatment they did to Charles Martinet, the actual voice of Mario from the games. It was classy. It was really nice. They paid homage to that. He is that voice. And they also paid homage to him in a little bit different way. Go look up the credits when you're done watching the film. So I think you'll appreciate what they did there. That's really it for my thoughts on the Mario movie. I mean, I'm definitely giving it a double thumbs up. Get all the power-ups. Go watch the movie. Have a great time. But again, know who you are. And honestly, I'm repeating myself. I know, but go watch that movie. Okay, you'll have a good time, and if you have kids, they'll enjoy it. If you have friends, they'll enjoy it too. Just enjoy the clear simplicity and elegance of how everything is executed, and executed well. So, I'm Ross Magas. Thanks for watching till the end of this video, and I'll see you guys next time.
What?